Alright, I'm going to give you a brief demo of the Vacancy Manager application. If you open a web browser and go to phapp.hsvha.org, that's phapp.hsvha.org, it'll come up to a login screen. You can log in with the username and the password that I gave you. I'm just going to log in with the Butler Terrace for right now. When you get logged in, you have these boxes. The first one is all of the units at the Housing Authority. Then you have underneath that the all upcoming vacancies authority-wide, all vacant status authority-wide. Then you'll have your particular site location. You can see this one is Site 2, 4, and 14, vacant and repair make readies for Butler and LR Patton. And then in this box, you've got upcoming vacant units for Butler Terrace Station, and LR Patton. If we click on one of these, it pulls up a list of units that are in various stages of being, vacant or repaired. There's columns, the first one being property, the next is unit number, the next is the address, next is the bedroom numbers, number of bedrooms, then ADA features, if there's a handicap accessibility feature, it will be listed there. The current status that it is right now, the vacant date, or the date it became vacant, the ready date, the anticipated ready date. The assigned column just means if it's got a check, it means it's been sent to maintenance. Maintenance is aware of it, and they're in various stages of working on it. Inspected by would mean that a manager's inspected the unit and it's ready. Offer date, intake, can put in the date that the unit was offered to someone. They can put in the lease date. Unit intent is really for like the managers to put in a note that says, hey, my intent is to lease this unit, or my intent is to use it for transfer. Reserved for, this is for intake, where they can put who they're anticipating is going to take the unit. Reason for vacancy, kind of self-explanatory there. And V days is the number of days the unit has been vacant. If I click on one of them, you can see here, you don't have to worry about putting in the address, the unit number, or the bedroom size, or the ADA features. It's all in there for you. The status you can change to it's occupied, upcoming, repair, make ready, vacant, deprogrammed, or non-dwelling. Vacant date, you can see here you can pick from the drop downs, but it's easiest to use the date picker and then just select through whatever date you would like. Here's that assigned checkbox to say that it's repair work or make ready work has been assigned to maintenance. This is for who assigned it to the maintenance staff. So we can put in, for example, this is Butler Terrace, so it'd be Doug, more than likely. So he could type in his name that he's the one who assigned it. Inspected by, again, that would be the manager or whomever is signing off on the work to say that it's been done and it's ready to go. Offer date, same thing, use the date picker. Lease date, use the date picker. The intent, here's that box I was talking about earlier. The intent is to be used for transfer or leasing. That'd be really for like when it's first made available. You put in who is reserved for, reason for vacancy, and the old tenant. Some managers like to keep track of the vacancies based on who the old tenant was. So it might be easier to remember instead of saying what was going on with unit 3 at Butler Terrace. You could say what was going on with, Dave's old, apartment, whatever. Comments, you can put anything you want in there. That might help, say waiting on, tile, or we're waiting on a door to be delivered, or just whatever. Anyway, then save your changes, and it'll take you back. If you click back, it'll take you back to the list. If I want to clear one, say that it's been fully leased, it's out of here. It's been occupied. That's the term, occupied. I can check the box, and I can check more than one. If I've got more than one to return to occupied status, check it, and then click more, and say set occupied, and it'll prompt you, say, are you sure? So once it's set occupied, it will remove it from this list, and it'll delete all of the stuff that we've put in there. And that's how it'll go back into the queue and drop out of this list. If I go back to the main menu and I say upcoming, then I can see the upcoming units. And here you go. We've got a reason. It's reserved for Tina Curry, and the reason for vacancy, it was outgrown. There's the date. It's upcoming. This one doesn't have an ADA feature, but this one does. It's physical. That one's pretty vague. I don't really see a reason or why, but so that could be updated. Now, if I wanted to see what was going on at other sites, I can click on the other two buttons on the left, the all upcoming vacancies authority wide. So if I was looking for a place to put someone, I could do that. Say if I wanted to find at Northwoods, say here's one. It says there's damage, but nobody is reserved. So if I click on that one, I'm not the manager, so I can't save these changes. You'll notice there's no save button. I can't click assign. I can't add these things. I can only read it. I can see what's going on. And so then you would want to call your fellow property manager and say, hey, I've got Joe here, needs to move in. Can we make this happen? And hit back to go back to that viewed list, vacancy manager, to get back all the way to the main menu. All vacant status, if I click that, is everything that's vacant, as opposed to upcoming. These are the vacancies. If I want to click on units, I can see all of them. I can filter based on property name, of course. I can filter based on address, whatever I would like. The easiest way to find a unit is going to just be this quick search here. You can see I've looked for some before, but if I put in 104C and search on that, there you go, 104C Seminole Drive. If I just knew the unit number, I could just hit, well, 3 is going to pull a lot. Probably don't want to do just 3 because it pulled all the bedrooms, it pulled all the units. So the better way to do that would be to click this filter button and say, I'm interested in seeing at Butler Terrace, and I want to see unit 3, right? And apply. There you go. It came up first in the list. It did pull ones that had 3s in it, but that's okay. If you wanted to find some, say, some range of bedroom sizes. So if you wanted to see all of the 2 bedrooms at Butler Terrace, you could do that. And there, all the bedrooms are 2s. Or if you wanted to, you can clear that by just hitting this trash can. We wanted to find all the physical ADAs of line. No matches found. That's probably not that unusual. Let's go to Butler Terrace Edition and do that same search. I think they're over there. Yeah. So here's the 3 physical ADA units that are there. And you can see one of them's upcoming. So that helped me narrow down what I was looking for. I can choose, there's ones that are unassigned. None found. I can say ones that are assigned. Okay, now let's change that to Butler Terrace. Okay, yeah. Actually, I may need to look at that. So if I go to, yeah, if you knew the street address, you could do that too. Let's see, offer date, lease date. You can search on these fields. If there's something you need that you can't find, there's a more advanced search box here called Switch to Advanced. And here I can say property equal to, and then I can say or property. So if I want to search 2 sites at the same time, equal to 006, or no, 002 Butler Terrace. So I'm searching the property equal to name equal to Butler Terrace Edition, or the property name equal to Butler Terrace. And then my search property I can change to and also has a status of, let's say, vacant. And then if I hit apply, there it pulled all of the ones that were listed as vacant. If I go back to that filter, I can modify it again and say we changed our mind, we want to search for and ADA feature is not equal to none. That should pull all of the ones that have an ADA feature. And it did. So yeah, that just kind of gives you an idea. You can switch back to simple search, go back to here, and that gives you a pretty good overview of how that would help you manage your vacancies at your particular site. If I'm, say, intake, for example, or a manager, I can log in with a different username. Okay, there. So now I'm logged in as what the intake manager would see. I can see all of the properties now. I can see all the units like before. I can see all vacancies, repair make readies, authority wide. I can see all soon to be vacant units. I can see, like we were looking at a minute ago with the Butler's vacant repair make readies. I can see Butler's upcoming, but I can also see all of the other properties. So Northwood's location, Johnson and Brookside. So they'll be able to see and keep track of all of the different sites, and they can use this to help them determine where to put someone. They can search for all units to they can look for any variety of different things. They can look for they don't have to select a property. They can say, I'm just looking for a 3-bedroom, or maybe a 3 or 4-bedroom, and the status is upcoming. Apply. And there's all the ones that are upcoming at various different properties, and they can see that it's been reserved or not. So they may want to contact the Northwoods manager and say, hey, I've got somebody to go in there. But going back, they can do that this way as well. It just might take a little bit longer. You say, is there an upcoming? Yes, there is. Is it this bedroom size? Yes, it is. There's that 4-bedroom. Anyway, that gives you an idea of what they can and can't see. By clicking on all vacant repair make-readies, from a management standpoint, the management staff at HHA can look and get an idea from this list of what's going on with vacancies. They can see right here, I've got 92 units that are unoccupied. If they look here, they can filter by various different headings to get a better understanding. So if you filter by vacant days, you can see the number of days something's been vacant, and you can say sort by highest to lowest, and you can see, hey, these are the ones we really need to look at that have been sitting way too long. What's going on here? Oh, okay, this one had ceiling damage, this one was a fire damage or flood damage or whatever. And then they can drill down and figure out what's going on with something and contact the manager to try to figure that out. But basically, that's the idea, to help us all keep track of the vacancies and keep everybody on the same page. So hopefully that gives you a better understanding. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. All right, thanks.